I thought I'd fail at failing.
Oh, come on, man.
I feel like I can't do anything wrong.
Nonsense. You do everything wrong.
Everything.
Everything.
You really think so?
Absolutely. I have no confidence in you.
All right. I guess I just have to pick myself up, dust myself off, and throw myself right back down again.
That's the spirit. You suck.
I know.
Progressively gotten better at hockey and made better and better travel hockey teams. And that meant I got to play with some of my best friends. And specifically my best friend, Mike Cullen, who was a way better hockey player than me. But I was always on his team, which was cool. And then I got cut from a really big travel team with all of my friends on it. And I felt like I showed out at that tryout. I felt like I was better than the kid that made the team. And I was pissed on the way home. And I was telling my dad, this is bull crap. The coach must be friends with, Mike's dad, Mike Chody, the kid that made the team. And I was external limelighting everything. Did you see in the checking drill, I knocked him down 3 drills in a row off of his skates. And my dad was great. He was just kind of like, how's your skating? How'd you think you skated backwards? And I'm like, I wasn't a good backward skater. And I'm like, I probably wasn't one of the best in that drill. And he's like, how often does a defenseman skate backwards? And I'm like, well, most of the time you skate backwards as a defenseman. And he's like, all right, well, how'd you think your slap shot was? I'm like, it was pretty hard. And he's like, did you lift any? I'm like, I'm not real good at lifting it yet. And he's like, were the other kids lifting it? Because is it important to lift a slap shot when there's a lot of guys laying on the ice and you got to get it over them from the point? And he just asked me a bunch of pointed ass questions. And then the killer was, he was like, how often do you rollerblade to school? Because every day when we're dropping you off, I see Mike Cullen rollerblading in with his backpack on. He skates to school every day. He skates home. He's like, in fact, Mike skates over here every time he comes over, and I drive you to their house. Right? I was a chubby little kid. Mike was in great shape. He's like, I don't ever see Mike Cullen not in rollerblades. He's the best skater on the team because he works hard. And he just systematically crushed me to where it was like, you didn't work hard enough to make that team. You just want to be out with your buddies. And it really made an impact on me, Frank, to where like that whole winter, I would be shoveling snow off our driveway and taking hundreds of slap shots, just destroying our garage door, getting better at the things. I started rollerblading to school. I started rollerblading everywhere. But he really made an impact on me where he didn't let me feel bad for myself in that moment.
Well, I just got back from swimming in the pool, and the water was cold.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes!